All right, so there's going to be a lot of content here coming soon. As you can see, I have quite the haul here. I just got home after picking up, let's see, 5 loose tubes and 4 complete monitors and 9 loose chassis. So even more in the cab here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loose chassis. 1, 2, 3, 4 loose tubes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete monitors. So there's a local company, well actually they're out of Oklahoma City, and it's a place called Arcade Games for You, and they've got here in Wichita they have a local distribution center where they store a lot of their games that are here locally in Wichita. And over the years they have acquired all these games. Now they mostly do redemption stuff, but they do have the assorted pinball and arcade supply and arcade machine supply. And over the years, as the arcade machines, the monitors would go out, they would just replace them with LCDs. So this left them with a surplus of monitors that were just on shelf after shelf after shelf. They have stacks and stacks of chassis and shelf after shelf of monitors. And Cody was kind enough to drop me a line and say, hey, I've got all these tubes and monitors and chassis, and if you want to come by and take your pick, you're welcome to. So I got all this stash, and there's much more to I don't want to say more to come, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to have room to get more, but there very well could be much more to come after I get all these worked on. So, but the idea here is we're going to get set back up here at the house with the setup to be able to fix these and work on them, and then we'll get going on getting all these repaired. So we need to get all this stuff out of the truck and get it here in the garage and go through everything one by one and show that what we've got and the situation. These are all, everything that we're going to look at is either not confirmed not working or assumed not working, unless otherwise annotated on the boxes or the tags. You know, there's tags here that like this one here that says Time Crisis 2, board was loose and shorted out. It's a K7500. So yeah, I originally was planning on doing all this type of work at the new location, at my workshop in the arcade, the new arcade, but it's just not going to be feasible because I don't have any, the room is not big enough to house spare tubes. So I'm not going to be able to do the work up at the new arcade in my little workshop room, because the soda distribution thing with the syrup is in there. So every 5 seconds you hear pss, pss, and all that. There's people walking in and out all the time because that's where a lot of the office stuff is at now. And there's no room to store spare tubes. So it's just not going to be feasible for me to work on these monitors at the new arcade location like I wanted. So I moved my entire setup up there. So I'm going to have to come up with a new setup here at the house. I have to keep all that stuff up there because all of my pinball parts are on the setup when I moved up there. And I need to be able to have a setup there to work on stuff at the arcade. So because of that, I'm going to have to come up with a new setup here at the house. So I had to order a new workbench. I have to build a piece on the back to put stuff on top, to hang the camera off of for the overhead. And it's going to be kind of a rigmarole to get all that done. So it's going to be a little bit before I can start actually working on these. But until then, we're going to just go through and show you what I've got here. And I am recording on my iPhone because my camera itself that I've been using for most of these videos is up at the arcade as well. So I am using the iPhone here. So sorry if it's a bit different from what you're used to. You know, I don't have a microphone, so if it's not as loud as you're used to hearing, I apologize about that. But okay, enough jibber jabber. I'm going to get all this stuff out of the truck, and we're going to set it all up here in the garage, and we'll go through and see what exactly all I picked up here and what you can expect to see here shortly in the future. All right, so here is the entire haul. All of the tubes are in fantastic shape with zero to little burn at all, except for this one. It's marked as a 7500, but it's actually a 7400, as you can see, 2574, but they put 2775 on it. So not only is it not 27-inch, it's also not a 7500, it's a 25-inch 7400. But it came out of a Miss Pac-Man Galaga 20th anniversary obviously set up. So, but all the rest of these are zero to little burn at all. It's fantastic. So we got a 27-inch 7400. We got a 25-inch 7400. We have a 27-inch 7500, a 25-inch K7000, a 27-inch Neotech 500 DX, a 25-inch was actually it was a K7000 originally, but it's got the Sharp Image 727 on there. If you're not familiar with it, you know, that's what it looks like. It's a Sharp Image 727, and it came with a free isolation transformer. How about that? You can never have enough of this style of monitor because these go in the Konami games and the Ivan Stewart's Off-Road, and you can never have enough of this style of monitor because of the frame and the types of cabinets that go in. It's always nice to have a spare one of those. So we got one of those as well. All right, then we have a D9200, another 27-inch K7500, and a Neotech 2701. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 monitors. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are, let's see, what's the word? Loose tubes. 5 of them have chassis. And then over here is the collection of loose chassis that I got. We have count them 4 D9200s. 1, 2, 3. These are not working. This one actually says, all I did when I got these was to make sure they were complete. So I didn't go through and say, oh, it's missing this, missing that. I'm not going to get it because of this, that, or this. I just went through, made sure that all the components were here, and they are. There are a couple issues, but I'll point those out when I get to working on them. So this one says good tube, but doesn't mention anything about the condition of the chassis. So I don't know what the condition of this one is. This one here had a piece of tape on it that says NC. No idea what NC is, so no idea if that one works. This one here says flatline. Now I don't know if flatline means vertical collapse, horizontal collapse, or dead. Don't know what flatline means. So we have 3 down here, and the 4th one is actually in a box. And the box says good. So we may have a working one here, and I'll go over the prices that I paid for all these shortly. So 4 D9200s. And then we have a 27-inch K7500. Says no glow. Again, all I did was go through to make sure these were complete. And they are. It's all down in there. So 27-inch 7500 to go with the D9200. And then in this one we have a K7000 that says works. I assume it does. I don't know. This says board works. BRD works. So K7000. And then we have a 2701. It's all wrapped up. I'm assuming these ones that are in the boxes are working, but I don't know. Set that one aside. Then we have, forget what's in this one. Oh, another 2701. Yeah, and I assume these are all working that are in the boxes. I don't know for sure. Cody wasn't sure himself, so. And then we have I think this is a U5000, if I recall correctly. Yep, U5000. Let's make sure that's what's actually in here. That is not what's in here. This is, let's see, they have from Alley Cruisin', Hitachi tube, Blitz in shop. This is a K7400. So I must have overlooked that. No, this is a 7500. They've got this listed as U5000, but that's not what this is. This is out of a Blitz, and this is a K7500 because it has the width transistor right there. That's an easy way to spot between the 7400 and the 7500. The ID tag over here is missing, but you have the little width transistor is attached to the heatsink here, which is a dead giveaway of being a K7500. So this is not in the right box, or it was mis-ID'd. So, but that's okay. You can always use a K7500. Then we have a K7400. And yep, that's what this is. We can see right here. 7401 is a K7400. And it is complete, so good to go there. I overlooked that U5000 was actually a 7500, but that's okay. And then last but not least, we have, what's this one? Is it labeled anywhere? We have another 9200. No, I'm sorry. It's upside down. I can't see upside down. Oh, a 27-inch 7500, R120 removed. So is it actually a 7500? Yes, it is. There's, again, is our width transistor and R102. I'm not sure where that's at. So, okay. So we ended up with all this here. We had, I'm not going to go through all of it again. A couple of 2701s. I think 3 7500s. A couple of K7000s, a couple of 7400s, D9200s, and all this jazz. So, okay, so for the price reveal, the loose picture tubes like this were 30 bucks. The complete monitors with the chassis were 50 bucks. The loose chassis were 20 each. So for all this, if I recall correctly, and the pricing was correct, I paid $620. $620 for 9 monitors and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chassis. Well, I guess if you count the loose tubes, but I think it was 20 bucks for the chassis, 30 bucks for the loose tubes, and 50 for the tubes with the chassis. So altogether, this was $620. And, you know, that's pretty much the price of 3 of these. 3 of these monitors that are working with the complete tube and chassis that are working are about $250 a piece. And so for the price of about, I don't know, almost 3 complete working monitors, I got all this entire haul. So 600 bucks, can't go wrong. I'll probably spend way more than that in parts trying to get them fixed, but hey, that's how it goes. So stay tuned. I have to get my workstation set back up here at the house before I can get working on any of these. So until then, you know, I appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for all of this jazz. It's going to be quite the ordeal and fun times ahead. So again, I appreciate it. Thanks very much, and we'll see you then.